my dear students, for the session number 28. In this session, I have planned in order to show some practical orientation of these basic commands, the working nature of these basic commands, how this command line interface will work, and how we code this commands into a terminal, everything, and what all the output it will come. So going to our basic commands. So what are the things which we discussed in the previous session, that is substitution or replace, you can tell. So we have seen so many examples regarding the replacement of a particular text on a different situations. So we have searched and replaced on a different situations. So after that we will moving on to our today's class, that is basic commands. So basic commands, in that we have already learned some general commands which like who command, date command, echo, printf, script, who am I, uname. For everything we have already discussed in these sessions number unit number 1 and 2. So here I am working on Unix virtual machine. We have a demo on general commands. Like first and foremost we will go for a who command. So who means who am I working over this system. So it will displace it's Madhura and you are at the terminal. So and also the date and time where I have gone. So these are all the things which is displayed on who command. So it shows who is the user, what is the port which I am using, and also its date and time. Okay, so this is the who command. So and also if you want to go, you can go for man command. So man means what manual page do you want, it is asking. So I will say man on who, that is man is to display the manual pages, but on what command. So if I press who, so just enter, it will display all the who related to the who commands. See, name, synopsis, description. Okay, so this is how it will shows. So press Q to quit. Okay, now we are back onto our normal terminal. So here once again one more command is there, who am I. Who am I, it's a single command. So if you press, it will shows that what is the name or the username who is working with it. Okay, so Madhura is the actual user. Okay, now we will move on to the one more, that is uname command. Uname means it shows the user's characteristics. It displays the information about the systems. So what it is, actually its name is Linux. Okay, so here we have so many options along with this uname, that is -a. So it will shows you the full details, like what kind of kernel name. See here, kernel name and your network node, and this is host name and kernel release date, kernel version, machine hardware name, and also the operating system so which you are using. Everything it will be denoted with a, that means all. Okay, if you give the option with -a. If at all if you want to know about only about your kernel name, then give it yes. So that is your kernel name. And same way, if you want to know about only the host name, so you can give it with this -n. So that shows the host name. So -r will shows the release date. See, when it was released. So and also -v, it will helps you to know about the version. So what is the version? 26 Ubuntu. So this is the version name. And if you want to know about machine hardware name, that is x86-64 you are using, and you want to know the whatever the type of the processor, then you can go for this. See, that is also x86 bit, and also you can get so many things out of it. And if at all if you want to know about what is the operating system you are using, then you can press it. See, kernel is Linux, operating system is GNU bar Linux. Okay, so this is what our normal command will gives you. And also one more command which I want to tell you about is ps command. So ps means it's a process command which will allows you to know about what are the process which is running in our kernel. Okay, so here you can see it's PID, process identity. So what are process, the three processes are running with its own IDs. And here we are using the terminals, where 3 points terminals we are using, and the time when it started, and CM, that is the command, what are the bash, BC and PS, these three are running. Okay, so in the we have done with it. Next we will go for a date command. So date command which allows you to display the date and also the timings. Just see, there we have just displayed the timings also, and also the date. And you have so many attributes for this command, like date. If you want to get only the month or day or some like that, if you want to get it, then you have to give some attributes like this. This gives 5, that is nothing but May month May. If you want the name of the month, then give as H, so it will display the May, that is the name of the month. And if you want I want to display only the time, so here you can display it. So likewise you have so many attributes which is used purely for a date command. You can use it and you can get an idea of how this date command will work. And you can use this command on your shell scripts also in order to do some work. Okay, coming on to the next command, that is echo. Echo is a command which helps you to display some message on it, on the screen. If you say echo hello, see, hello is our output. Here you can see this is our output, hello. Actually this is our, what is this? It is a when we installed our VirtualBox, you can see Madhura is a system, at Madhura VirtualBox is a username. So here this is my prompt, dollar symbol is my prompt. So this will be your output. These lines are all your output. Okay. So same way, if you want to give the value of some numbers and all, you can easily give that. Okay. So I can say echo this is how it will displays, like enter file name. So you have so many escape characters like that, you can use it and for more displaying the messages. The one more alternate for this echo command is our printf. We are very familiar with this printf, isn't it? See, it will gives you the output hello, but without any new line character. See, that's what we did with our echo hello. It gave hello, and after that in the next line your prompt came. But in this printf, after the outputs itself, your prompt raises. So for that you have to give /n. So printf, you can use the double quotes also. See, this is how it will come. Okay, this is purely for our printf. After that, we just went for a bc command. BC is nothing but which acts as a calculator. So if you press enter, it say for details type warranty, like that, and its versions, everything it will give you. So BC, it is waiting for your actions, like what it has to do. You have to instruct. So if I say 2 plus 3 means addition action has to be done. So you will get an output 5. So same way, if you want any other like subtraction, multiplication, addition, everything you can give it. So see, 12 divided by 6 is nothing but 2. So like this you can use your BC command. So in order to come back, like there is no prompt at all, you can see. There is no prompt at all, it is not at all showing because it is running BC still. So if you want to come back to a prompt, you have to say Control Z. That is forcibly you have stopped from BC and you have come back onto your prompt. This is how we have done with our BC command. Next, coming on to the script. Script is the one where it will records your sessions. So whatever the things which you have done with this session, if you want that to be recorded, then first you have to press script. So script started, it is giving you script started, output log file is TypeScript. Why? Because I have not mentioned any file along with the script command. If I would have mentioned, means that file would be created. So for that reason, what I will do, like I will use that TypeScript itself. Okay, now I will do some basic commands like date, ps, and I will say exit. So script is done. I want to display my type script. Then see, I have set to display the TypeScript. So script started on what time, everything it will give you, and also it will shows you what are the, like if you want to run this command using a root, then also you can go for sudo command, or else what command you have done with that session that has been recorded. See, I have used date command, ps command, and output everything has been recorded. So script done on like the starting time and the ending time has been shown. So command exit code has been given. So your script is finished. Got it? So this is what is with our basic general commands. So likewise, like we can use many commands based on the actions which we want. So like we have already dealt in unit 1 about the commands. So this is just an demo class to depict or to show how these commands will work on your Unix system. Okay. See, we will move on to a other set of commands which purely deals with the file handling commands. File handling commands, here you can see so many commands are there in order to create or append or copy, remove, rename, what many tasks can be done by using these commands. So let's see. Come on, we will just move on to our demo class. Yeah, you can see our terminal is full of so many commands. We just want our screen to be clear. So on that I can give a command called clear, enter, so it will clear the previous text. Okay, we will know how to create a file. So for creating a file, we will use a command cat greater than symbol with a any of the file. Like I have created a file name called color. So here what I will do, I will type some colors name. So red, orange, yellow, pink, red, blue. Okay, so after typing this, I will say it's enough for me, and I will save it. For saving, I have pressed Ctrl T. Okay, next we have created it, but how to view this one, isn't it? So to view the file, I will write the same command cat, and I will write the file name. So this command will allows us to display the contents of the file on our output screen. If at all I want to append one more line to my existing file, so on that time what I have to use? Once again I use the greater than symbol. Here twice I will use, and the same file name without any extension. As I told you in the previous session, our Unix won't force us to give the extension, file extension. Only the application will force us. So for that reason, here there is no need of any kind of extension of a file, and we will move on. Like it won't display also what there was. Whatever you enter, it will be appended to the end of the line of that file. Okay, so here I will say it's round black. Okay, so after that I will enter and I will close it. So let me check whether my contents have got like appended. See, it's done, isn't it? This is how we are going to create a file, view a file, and also append a file. Okay. So we have seen like how to create. Now we will move on to copying the file. So we have already one file name which is called as color, and we will copy that color into another name. Okay. So here cp, already we have a color, and I will write as a sample. Now let me display cat color. This is what we know, that in color we have that one. Now we will display sample. In sample also the contents of the color has been copied onto your sample file. Okay, so this is how we can use copy. Okay, if at all if you want to be an interactive, you can place one option like -I for an interactive. Whenever it says, it asks for CPU override sample. Do you want that? If you press Y key, so then it will do it. Means it will ask for each and every time. It will takes the user confirmation. Okay, in a cp command. Next, coming on to rm command. So here what we will do, the rm command is used to remove the file. So rm, I don't want this sample, so I will just write sample. If at all if you give some wrong file name, it will give an error saying that rm cannot remove sampler, no such file or a directory. If I want to know what where I am, in which directory, so that you will know in the next in the next few minutes. So before that we will know only about the file concept. So here we don't have that file, it is saying. So what we will do, we will check and we will write in a proper spelling. Here sample. So here also you can place -I option. So on that time it will ask whether you want to remove the regular file sample. If you say no, then it will gives you the prompt. Okay, so if at all if you say yes, then it will remove your file. In order to know, if you say display, then see no such file or directory is viewed. So likewise you can do it. So one more command which relates to your file is mv command, that is move command. Okay, so move means what? It is just renaming the files. So in order to know about that, I will use ls command to know what are all the files which I have in my directory. Okay, so here you can see the white color, that is that depicts the files. Okay, COLOR color and TypeScript, it is files, and the rest are all directories. I will show in detail when I come across with that. So this is what we have done. You now you just look into things like I want to rename, that is mv. Okay, so what we have to do, like I have a color, I want to make it as color. Then this, if it does not shows any message, means there is no error. Okay, the work has been done. In order to view that one, you press on ls. See here, in the previous you had a file name called color, but now what it is COLOUR, color. Are you getting it? This is how it will work for a mv command. Okay, next type of command which is very useful in our like in our file movements is wc command. wc, along with that, if you give some file name COLOUR, so what it will do, it will gives you 8844 color name. This is, see, in the previous session we have told you what are all the things which will be displayed. So 8 is the number of lines. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Along with that, 8 words it is. So 8 words and 44 characters. 44 characters in the entire file we have. What is the file name? That is a color. So this is what our wc command it will work. Okay, next, if at all if you want to know about only the line. Okay, so in that we can give only option we can give -l. So it is just given only the l, and if you want only the word, okay, same way only the character. If you want to know only the character, then you can go like this. Okay, this is how we are just taking out the words of that. Okay, next, coming on to the od command. od command with one file name which displays your contents in a pattern of octal format. You can see these are all the octal conversions of the your color file. Okay, this is how like we can come across with like octal files and all has been given out. Okay, okay. Now we will come to a new concept, that is CMP, that is comparing of two files. So how to compare the two files? For that we need two files, isn't it? So what I am doing is I will copy this color to a sample. Okay, so I will copy it so that I have a two files now. Press ls, you will get to know. See here, color and sample you have. So I have to make some difference, isn't it, in one file, so that I will get some common or differ, whatever I want I can get it. So what I will do, I will change the sample file. Okay, so here by displaying it, I have all the contents which is present in color. Now what I will do, I will append some statements in my sample file. Yes. So I will say Control D. Now let me display it whether whatever I have done has worked or not. See, I will be keep on telling you in Unix we don't have any output. So it won't display any kind of output. You have to keep on check it whether the output is there or not. So see here it has been appended to the existing file. So now we will do the action of comparing between the two files. So CMP, that is color with sample. See here, end of file on color after byte 44 line 8. See, up to that it was same, up to 44 byte it was same. After that end of file, that is these two lines are differ, like that it is giving you the message. So this is how it will shows. To the next command, which is called as common command. So in order to find out what is common in both the files, so for that I have already created file 1, which is of these are all the contents, and file 2, these are the contents. Now let me run the command com file 1 file 2. I will get the output saying that file 1 is not in sorted order. Remember, in our previous session we have discussed that if you want to perform com command, means your file should be in a sorted manner, then only it will gives you the output, isn't it? So now we will just move on to the one more file, that is cat file 3, where I have given the data according to the sorted manner, file 4. Okay, now we will run this command like com command, that is for the file 3 and 4. Now see, you can see it is showing the uniqueness of the first file, uniqueness of the second file, and common to the both the files. This is how it will display. Okay, now we will move on to the difference, DIFF, difference of the commands. So we have already created a file called color and sample, isn't it? So we will execute on those files. Say it is showing that 8A9, 10. Hello students, welcome to Unix class. Means what? It will allows you to correct in order to make the two files as a common. Okay, so it will gives you a chance to correct it so that it can become the two files should be in a same way. So now you can see over here, like let me display the color and sample so that I can explain you properly. See here, 8 line. So 8 line means up to black it is common. From the 9th you have the contents which is not common. So 9 and 10. 9 line and 10 line is not common. If you delete this one, both files can be identical. This is how the output will be given out. Okay, this is the actual thing of a this thing, what the difference command. Okay, so one more command is there, chmod of a particular file. Okay, so if I say sample, so it will say something problem. Why? Because I have not given a proper command at all. Chmod, along with that I have to give absolute path or a relative path in order to set the permission of that particular file. So based on this, before doing that one, I have to let you know about ls command. So what is this ls command? See here, ls means up to this we were working. So here we have got all this, isn't it? So ls, I will deal it with the directory handling commands. Okay. Once again we are back. So here we have in the previous we have already dealt with the file handling commands, but now we will just look into how these directory commands will work on our virtual machine. See, if we have already used it,
So it's okay, it will be a repetition. We will once again look all these commands, how exactly it will work. Okay, so we will move on to our virtual machine now.
So now we will deal with the ls command. Okay, ls means up to this you were knowing in a file handling commands, isn't it? So now we will get into a detail of this. If you provide some options to this ls command, then you will get full details of it. This minus l will gives you the long listing of commands. See here, this is how it has been listed out, isn't it? So by this you can see so many attributes of the files over there when the file have been created. Okay, so you can give so many options like minus a. So this shows the along with the hidden files it will be displayed, the directories or the files. See here, these are all like files which we have, and these are all the directories. Okay, so directories will be in a blue color, and when you come across with the files, that will be in a white color. Okay, so you can also give multiple options can be merged like this LA. So it will gives you the details of, see here, even a hidden files details are all displayed, whether it is a directory or file you can see it. So I will just now concentrate on ls minus l with one particular file. I want to tell you about what are the permissions which we have. See here. So if you see, this is what is the 10. We have already dealt in our theory class, like the 10 characters of first 10 characters, where the first character will depicts whether it is which type of file, whether it is block file, special file, or directory file, or an ordinary file. See here, if it is a directory means it will display D, or if it is minus means it is a normal or an ordinary file. You can see, that's how I told you. Like in color depiction also we can identify, and also with the attributes also, that will be better accurate it will be. Okay, so this D, it shows that it is a directory. Okay, coming on to the other 9 characters, where we have already dealt with the absolute paths and relative paths, how to change the permissions, isn't it? So here U, that is the users, RW hyphen RW is given, but there is no execution permission. And another UGO, we used to say UG means group owner, RW minus, there is no execution. So once again it is a others, UGO. So it is last one O. R means only read, the other permissions is not been set. Now we are moving on to setting the permissions. Okay, so this one depicts the links, how many links has been linked to this file, and this is the owner, and this is the group owner, and this is what is the byte size of the file, samples size, and this is the month and time when this has been created or last modified. I can tell specifically last modification date and time. Okay, for this sample. Now we will go to the changing of mode, ch mode. Okay, what I will do, I will use saying that user should have a execution mode. Okay, so u plus x for what? It's a sample, isn't it? So I have given, I don't get any kind of output, as I told you in the previous. So in order to know the output, once again I have to click like this. See here, x has been given out. See, there was no x at all in the previous example, but now after executing this command, you can see x has been allocated. So permission has been given to execute this one. Okay, so execute this file like. So if at all, if I want, everyone should have the execution. So, and also all the permissions like RWX. So on that time I can give like this and say enter. Okay, so if I want to check it out, once again I will type this one, and you see it, we have just given all the executions things. Are you getting it? So this is how we are just changing the permissions.
if I want that like some permissions should be revoked from a user or not the user, from the group owner and the others means, then I can write simple like this also. See, 7, I want set 5 and 4. Okay, where I will set read and execute and only read. So after executing this, you can see here, I have not touched this owner at all. So I have just changed the permission for the group owner, that I have revoked the write permission and I have taken out the write and execution for the others. Okay, did you got an idea? Yes, this is how we can change it. We can even change for the directories also which we have created. Okay, now we will go for the cd command. Cd means what? Cd means in order to move for the next place. Before doing that, we will go for the creation of the directory. See, as we all know, in our directory, we don't have any directory. See here, in our path. Okay, in order to know where we are, pwd, if I press, it will shows me this is my current working directory, that is present working directory. If I want to move, if I want to create my own directory, means I have to use mkdir with one sample. Okay, mkdir pmcs. So it has been created. In order to know, just press ls and you will get to know it has been created. See, green color, light green, sorry, it's sample, it is permission. Execution has been set for this, no, for that reason it has been changed to green color. So you have done with pmcs, so this is blue color. See here, pmcs. Are you getting it? Yes. So now what I will do, I want to get into my pmcs and then I have to create one like a file. Okay, in order to do that one, first I have to move forward, right? So for that, in order to get into a one directory, what I am doing, that is cd p, I will write in smaller case. See, it doesn't identify because it is a case sensitive. Okay, so for that reason you have to write a proper letters, file names or directory names. See here, it went on. Now you can see here it's showing that you are into a pmcs directory. Still, if you want a proper way to know, means pwd press and you will come across that where is your present directory. Are you getting it? So if you want to come back out of that pmcs, then you want to come back to the Madura directory, then you press cd double dot, that will comes out of your directory. This is how to get into a parent and a child directories. We can traverse the directories. Okay. So after doing this one, I can remove the directory by using a rmdir command, by like whatever the name which I have given for the previous directory, I have pressed it. See here, once again to look into the output. See here, we don't have any kind of pmcs over here, isn't it? So this is how we have done with it. Okay, in this we have learned about how to create a directory, how to like remove the directory, how to like check it out whether the files permissions and all, and how to list the things so that it will show that what are the directory commands which we have dealt. See here, one more thing, while deleting and all, if you want to delete means it just allowed us to delete directly. Why? Because we don't had any files in the directory, isn't it? So if at all, if there is any kind of file means, what it will do, let me check. Okay, so mkdir, with that I will say vca and I will make one directory. I will get into a vca folder, so that I will create one file saying that file 1. I can have file 1 as a 2 file names, but the path will be changed. You know it, right? So in the previous session we have discussed in detail about this. Okay, so file 1 and I will say hello. Okay, after that I will save it and I will come back. Now if I want to remove it, means I can't remove now, because in this if I press ls I have only one, isn't it? I will come back. See, I have come back. So here I am on to Madura directory. So on my path it will be Madura. So after that, if I say rmdir, which is that BCA, right? So BCA, see, fail to remove, directory not empty. So make sure that if at all if you want to remove it, means that directory, whatever the directory which you want to remove, that should be in empty case. Okay, if it is not empty, then it won't allows you to delete any directories in case of directories. So what I will do, I will remove rm file name, that is file1. So it has been removed. See, I don't have anything. I will come back and then I will type rmdir for BCA. It will allows me to delete. See, this is how you can do it. Okay, so this what is with your handling the directories. Okay.
Okay, now we are summing up our session. So here we have dealt with the general commands, how exactly work and its nature of work, and after that we have seen with the file handling commands. So purely it's on virtual machine how it works and what are the attributes and what are the options which we have given to those commands we have just seen. And after that we have went to directory commands, directory command creations, creating of a directory or removing everything. We just did it on our virtual machine. And now moving on to our references. So these are all the references which I have referred. And one more point which I want to tell you is, if you want to install virtual machine, okay, that is with the help of a virtual box, and also the Unix, or you can see the flavors of like Linux. Also you can put, see the commands are very major commands are very common to both Linux and Unix, so that in our demonstration I have used Ubuntu, the Linux version. Okay, so if you want to install that Ubuntu on your virtual box, so please check the link which I have referred below. Okay, so if you just try with that, automatically you can install everything on your laptop, and you personally can work on your machines with these commands. Okay, I hope you all will do this one. Okay, thank you. And one more thing, in our further sessions also we will be using this demos each and every time for our next upcoming scripting languages.